Is this happening? Are we live? I will operate under that assumption and say hello everybody and welcome to yet another episode of Banter Blitz. It's been a while. I've been on the road, but now I'm back for a couple days before the Chess Olympiad starts, where I have the great honor to coach the Netherlands. I think it's not Holland. I think Holland is only two provinces of the Netherlands, even though in Germany we normally say Holland when referring to the Netherlands. Anyway, that starts on Saturday. So we'll be going to Batumi. Hotel looks nice. Team looks in great shape. What's not to like? Other than that, I'm not sleepy. I know I'm acting weird. I'm acting weird because I thought the show would start at 12:30. Then I saw it's supposed to start at 12. So I had to drop everything and jump right into this, which I'm sure you're very concerned about. This is Banter Blitz. It's the show where yours truly... Do you say yours truly? Do I say yours truly? Where I play Blitz against Chess24 premium members. If you're not a premium, you can become one using my bonus code on the left side there, right side, one of the sides. It's Yanistan, and get 15% off. Do I have any challenges? Yada, yada, yada. I do have some challenges. They're all unrated, is that the thing? I heard there was some trouble avec le website. I hope things are back to normal. Allez. D4. Horsey. Is there no chat? No one's talking to me? Hello world. Doesn't seem to be much going on there. So I'll just, talk to myself. It's a great pity though, because talking to the chat is pretty much the amount of human interaction I get. So not having that, it's heartbreaking. This position I'm familiar with. It's this so-called, what is it called? Queen's Gambit, and then I guess the name is chosen after the next move. On this occasion I've decided to play the Semitarash, which is not something I usually do. I guess I'm more of a Vienna / Marin guy. And by Marin I do mean Mark Marin. Lock the gates. So bishop b4 check. Bishop d2 takes castles. This position here has become very popular from Black's point of view because of the efforts of, I don't know who's the main guy here. Kramnik? Kramnik is normally the main guy. He's been playing this a lot and pretty much championing this plan of going b6, bishop b7, knight d7, and then saying, do your worst. I'm gonna be okay. Bishop e2 is not so critical because now his e4 pawn is under attack. And white has to spend a move that's not ideal on defending it, like queen e3 or bishop d3 or one of those. That's why most people play bishop c4 or rook c1 in that position. And yeah, he's played bishop to d3, losing a tempo, and that makes me brazen enough to put my knight on c6 now. Normally, as I mentioned, it goes to d7 in these lines, but after bishop d3, seems like knight c6 hitting the d4 pawn is a fairly logical choice. Where's the chat? Anything I can do about this? Ah, now I see something. I clicked on my magic mod button and here we are. What's up? No, no, no. Au contraire. Perpetual Stalemate said, Jan said he's not in the mood for you guys, so he'll pretend the chat's not working. I said the opposite. I said, you people are all the social life I have. So I was flabbergasted that the lid shut wasn't working. What about the position? What should I do? Put the horsey on c4 maybe? That looks logical, does it not? I don't know if it does much stuff there, but still it seems like opening the c file for my rook. Seems like a normal thing to do. Come on, horsey, do something useful for once. Queen f4. I want to do some cheap tricks. End of train of thought. I'm not sure if I'm better at the end of those cheap tricks, but who cares as long as they're cheapos. So what I want to do is take here, then go knight d3, then take on e1, and then hope. The problem is I'm not better there at all. So it's actually sort of a dumb combination, leading from a good position to, I guess, an equal position. So what I'm talking about is, let's say, rook d2, rook takes c2, rook takes c2, knight d3, queen e3, knight e1, queen takes e1. And it seems like white has got them all in check. I'll still do it. And here we are. Should I go f5? No, I guess I should put my pieces somewhere sensible first. The predicament from white's point of view is that he does have to cover both these central pawns, which makes it a little harder to initiate aggressive actions. Because, if he goes too far away, I might take one of these guys. Still, white does have the c file. I don't really think I'm better here. Speaking of the c file, give it to me, baby. Go away. f6 is, of course, a tad weakening, but I hope there's some back ranks that compensate for it. Rook c3, an empty gesture, but as we learned from Curb Your Enthusiasm, if you make enough empty gestures, at some point it can turn into something real. Like in this case, the d4 pawn. Wisdom. Can I take here? It would be an endgame. Queen e5 to have to be careful. There might be some tricks here, like queen e5, rook d8, king h7, rook h8. You guys see that? King h8, knight g6. Not gonna happen. He checks me anyway. I'll get out the way. Get out of the way. Move B. Get out the way. Rook d7 I'm surprised by. I was more concerned about knight takes e6 when he has some threats with knight f8, and I thought I had to go like king g6. Well, rook d7 should be nice for me. However, how do I do this? I might not be able to do it. I have a plan. Does this win? We'll find out. My plan is knight e6, bishop f5. Might be a dumb plan. But it is a plan. And for that I deserve credit. Rook g7, king h8 was my point, and I has to go rook e7, and I can probably... I'm not sure how winning the rook ending is. I can probably do something. Well, knight f8 and this, yeah, looked pretty good for me. Now his pieces are a little stuck, and it's Rizainovich. The knight can't go anywhere, a2 is dropping. Yeah, knight f8 was a mistake. And therefore, Luren's king was lured into resignation. Thanks for the game, Luren's king. That should give us... Ooh, he's strong. I'm not warmed up for such brute force like Serrano. Is that like Serrano Ham? No, that would be with double R. So Serrano must mean something entirely different. But what could Serrano possibly stand for? We know it's not Cyrano de Bergerac, because that's spelled Cyrano. By the way, what happened to Gérard Depardieu since Cyrano de Bergerac? If you watch him in like Life of Pi or one of these Asterix movies. What happened, Monsieur Depardieu? The Nimzo, I never know what to do against the Nimzo. Maybe this move for a change. Queen c2 is what I do more often than not. But if people know their stuff, after Queen c2, d5 or c5. Frankly, life isn't easy. Knight e2, this is a line I played like 20 years ago. Nowadays, c5 has become somewhat less popular than short castles. My guess is it is because of knight e2. Oh yeah, this is some old stuff. a3, bishop a5. Rook b1, knight a6, or queen e7. I'm out of book now, so I'm gonna have to figure it out from here. I'll make normal moves like bishop d2, knight g3. There's also f3 in these positions. Je ne m'accorde de rien. Can I go d5 or is that losing a pawn? Bishop c3, bishop c3, ed, cd, knight d5, bishop a6, knight c3. That's not ideal. Should I make an empty aggressive gesture? Bishop d3, sacrificing the g2 pawn? Would be the first time in my chess career I sacrificed a pawn. That was not preparation, I should say. Like the martial attack, stuff like that. But bishop d3 here, this is the boldest I've ever been. And Diary of a Madman says, Gérard Depardieu became a Russian citizen a few years ago, I believe to avoid some tax issues. Well aware. Weren't there some pictures with Depardieu and Putin even? Let's look up Gérard Depardieu. What has he been up to? Gérard Depardieu. He wants to become a Turkish citizen. Russian citizen Gérard Depardieu seeks Turkish passport. Report from Pyongyang? Wow, he's all over the place. French actor Gérard Depardieu, who received Rook c8. He's not calling my bluff. Russian citizenship in 2013, said he now seeks to obtain a Turkish passport. A Turkish newspaper reported on September 17th from the North Korean capital of Pyongyang. What's he doing there? I will visit Turkey in October and talk to President Erdogan. Depardieu was quoted as saying by Daily Ideon Leak. The 69-year-old actor was in Pyongyang with his friends from the People's Republic of Korea France Friendship Association. I see. Depardieu had renounced his French citizenship over his homeland's new wealth tax laws. Tell me about it. These wealth tax laws are killing me. In addition to Russian citizenship, he also holds an Algerian passport. All right, I think we've all learned something. So now I can contemplate BC or bishop c. I'll go BC. Looks a bit stupid, but I like that. And after d5, cd, then he can't go bishop d5 because this is hanging, so he will probably go knight d5. And then I'll go c4 and somehow checkmate Cyrano. That's the plan, at the very least. Oh, I missed queen d5. My long, deep calculations when he's threatening to checkmate me. I'm going to have to go f3, which I don't want to. Sad. Knight c5. I thought we had a deal. None of these crazy tactics. We're all friends here. We're all French here. Well, not Gérard Depardieu, technically, I guess. All right. Do you want anything in particular, or you just want to reroute your knight to d7? Je ne sais pas. Decent maneuver, actually. Should I wear like a jacket or a sweater? It's warm in Hamburg. 24 degrees. Rook fd8. Stop showing off, Serrano. Enough is enough. Rook fd8. Big tactician. I want to go queen e2, but then bishop a6 could be an issue. Rook e1 I don't really want to play, but I might have to. You know you make me want. I guess I'll play some useless move. When in doubt, put your king in the corner. Said no chess grandmaster ever. Bishop a6 anyway. This guy is so strong. Stop being so strong. I should have played rook e1. When in doubt, don't put your king in the corner. Am I getting smoothly outplayed? Oh, I'm also playing slowly. That's even worse than getting outplayed. The problem is, there's nothing I can do about it. I'll just stare at this position. Knight e2, another pathetic move. Okay. Unhappy. So let's push the focus button. Calculating. Knight d3, bishop d3, knight f4, queen f5. Go! Okay. Calculating. Knight d3, some other move. Which move? Bishop e3 maybe? Maybe. And calculating. Knight d7. Go! Rook e1 or something. All right. Another one of those games that might not enter any memorable games in the Rubinstein-Nimzo compilations. Was this my plan? This was my plan, right? What a great plan. Are you threatening anything, sir? Hope not. Still very focused, as you can see by my face. Knight d5 could be a bit annoying. Knight b4 very deep. AB, CB, EB, DB. Okay, let's not lose on time. Time to hurry up. See how I'm hurrying? Every day I'm hurrying. And Monsieur Serrano resigns because he could feel the proximity to Flagville and Queensville. Therefore, he decided to call it a day. Not a great game by yours truly, but I'm very happy with the amount of focus I reached in the end. Anyway, thanks for the game, Monsieur Serrano. Well, shall we play more games of chess? Because chess is always interesting and fun, as our friend Niels Grandelius likes to say. Oh, another strong opponent. What's with all these strong players? Go away. Kratilus. Kratilus is the name of a dialogue by Plato. Okay. Now, I'm not Mr. Brains educated, but isn't it a contradiction if it's a dialogue by one dude? Doesn't a dialogue involve two people? So is this some stuff Plato made up where he's like pretending like he's talking to, what's the other dude's name, Socrates? And in reality he's just trying to teach us a valuable lesson? Kratilus is the name of a dialogue by Plato. Most modern scholars agree that it was written mostly during Plato's so-called Middle Period. Wow, most modern scholars agree. He wrote this in the Middle Period. In the dialogue, Socrates, there you go. Did Socrates exist? What do smart people say? Or did Plato just make him up? Socrates is asked by two men, Kratilus and Hermogenes, not related to Hermione Granger, to tell them whether names are conventional or natural. That is, whether language is a system, now it gets smart, of arbitrary signs or whether words have an intrinsic relation to the things they signify. Ugh. Sounds like Kratilus is a smart guy, so I better handle with care. The individual Kratilus was the first intellectual influence on Plato. Aristotle states that Kratilus, a lot of Kratilus talk here. Kratilus wants to go e4. That's what Jan says. No e4 for you, sir. Influenced Plato by introducing him to the teachings of Heraclitus. Yeah, that's one of the great regrets I have, that I was introduced to the teachings of Heraclitus way too late. According to M.W., Maxime Vachier Riley. It is an educational show. We are here to learn stuff. Queen b3. Do I go c5? I guess I'll go c5. Galactic is asking, Jan, could you write in the chat the German word for legal responsibility when you have long hair? What does that mean? I don't know what we're talking about. Aren't you Swiss, Galactic? Don't you know such things? I'm not sure what you mean. What could be the word for legal responsibility when you have long hair? Is that just a made-up term so you can add words next to each other? What would it be? Langhaarverantwortung? Doesn't make any sense. Sorry, I'm not following. I should put my queen somewhere. Here maybe? Fuchsia, who's probably smart, is saying, of course Socrates existed. Skalka also says Socrates lived, but just didn't write. Okay, the smart people are saying Socrates lived. Me, I'm gonna say, nah, Plato made him up, come on. It was just a rhetoric device. Don't quote me on that, I don't know stuff. But it seems like a reasonable theory to me. Just like Kyrie Irving believes in the flat earth, I believe in no Socrates. Galactic says, I don't speak German, but you told Peter Leko on a commentary. That sounds like I made it up. Legal responsibility when you have long hair? That doesn't make sense. Oh, and I've already lost Lost approval rating here. Bram van Einatten is saying Jan is disappointing me here. Sorry, Bram. I know it's a hotly debated topic, this Socrates thing. And I should probably read it and read up about it one day. But it's heartbreaking to hear. Stelios Yamalakis is speaking my language. He says Socrates was a great midfielder. I agree. He was around in Pelé times. I don't really follow football either. Oh, I'm talking so much nonsense instead of making some chess moves here. The position is boring. I'm fine. I'm not sure if I'm better. I guess it's roughly equal. He's going to try to swap down. I don't want to exchange everything, so I'll keep a pair of rooks. Blah, blah, blah. We'll both play h3, h6, and then we'll continue to be very boring. I guess I'm somewhat better because he has more weaknesses over there. Just a stop 94 or some nonsense. I normally argue, and I'm still willing to argue that these positions aren't as drawish as they look, because there's plenty of potential to outplay the other. There's always a lot of tension around this. Who goes e4, who goes e5, and if you allow e5, e4, or if that's actually weakening your own position, there's also often the topic if you can start an attack by going, let's say, knight c6 followed by knight to e5. I'm not sure what knight d2 is about. It looks a little passive. Maybe e5, bishop f3, e4, I can't count. Knight c6 was a ridiculous move. I'm drifting a little here, which means I'm allowing him to equalize. I'm still in zero trouble. But I did not handle this very well. I was busy with my speech explaining the positional features. Too busy to actually think about the positional features. Fuchsia saying, Xenophon also wrote about Socrates' dialogues. I think there's no reason to bring musical instruments into this. Why am I so slow and so bad? You can be one or the other. We've discussed this many times, but both normally not a great idea. Time for some empty gestures. Ali. Bishop d3, I don't know what's happening. That's why it's an empty gesture. Can I take here? It's also kind of an empty gesture. Oh, rook d8. It's a very empty gesture. Oops. Yeah, don't blunder back rank mates, kids. Not a good idea, normally. At least he's thinking about it. The problem is queen takes d3 is sort of a good move here. Maybe I should have played knight c2 at least, but then king f1. It's fairly hopeless. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this one. I blame Socrates. Like, the guy doesn't even exist. And he still lose me a game. How dare you, Soki? Yeah, enough is enough. Good game, Kratilus. That was pathetic, Jan. Yeah, I basically, amongst the many other things I did wrong, but I did not contemplate the fact that king h7 is not the legalist of moves in this position. Anyway, thanks for the game, Monsieur Kratilus. Who shall we play next? Maybe El Grincho. Where's El Grincho from? The Solomon Islands? Okay. That means I have more work on my hands. Solomon Islands. Maps. Oh, looks sort of far away. Are they next to Vanuatu? Next to Papua New Guinea? Wow. You're really from the Solomon Islands, El Grincho? You might be. Is this the furthest away I've ever played? You don't play much chess on the Solomon Islands? You should keep them pawns. Don't give him to me. It's a pawn. I'll probably lose in humiliating fashion after I gave that speech, but that's a risk I'm normally willing to take. Bishop d6, d4, e4, or what do you want to do? What do you want now? Okay, note to self, if possible, don't blunder your queen after e d4, queen d4, bishop f3, gf, bishop h2. Thanks, Jan. Note taken. So, ed, queen d, bishop e, queen g7. Does that work? Looks a bit risky, but could work. Let's find out. Celebrities. What do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. I can't calculate. I can continue staring at the position, but it's not going to do me much good. So what I'm trying to stare at is something like bishop f3, queen g7, queen h4, h3, which looks quite dangerous for me. But hashtag YOLO. Queen f6 is legal, but now I thought I'd just get a good endgame. No, I take and whatever. I take on f3. Does it make sense to throw in a little check? Maybe it makes some sense. Check. I'm being told it's 21:33 in the Solomon Islands. The internet says. I trust the internet. When it comes to time, I have great faith in the internet. 21:33. Here it's 12:34. Wow, so the time difference is... I can't do math. 9 hours and 1 minute. Sounds about right. So let's count stuff. I'm 2 pawns up. That's great news. My king is a little stupid, but I'll still put it on h1. King f1, bishop h2, then he has a check on g1, so it's not just a pawn, it's actually some play as well. Did not seem right. Okay, 8, yeah, I guess we should develop some pieces. Now 92. Why not? Horsey? Yeah, I think I'm going to win this game. Rook d1 is coming. There will be blood. Log 11 says, nice rainy day in Cape Town. What's happening with the world? It's raining in Cape Town. The sun is shining in Hamburg. Maybe there's no global warming. Maybe it's just like for all the warmer it gets in Germany, the colder it gets in South Africa. I'm not sure if that theory is better or my theory on Socrates not existing. I feel like it's time to read a book. My state of uneducationness is being fairly pronounced by me making up the word uneducationness. It's getting embarrassing. Also, and this might be a bigger reason for reading a book, I will be watching Anish Giri and company games for 6 hours in a row during the Olympiad while sitting on some small, probably uncomfortable captain's chair. And some offense to chess, this is going to be extremely boring. So captains, as far as I know, are allowed to bring a book into the playing area. So, dear friends in the chat, do you have any book recommendations? I'm looking for... I want ways that will give me education without working very hard on them. So like stuff like this Blinkist app is good for me, like summaries of non-fiction book. But I also would like some fiction thriller, just some, some Stieg Larsson style stuff, some page turner that I can just read without overstretching my poor little brain. What was the last book recommendation I got from the chat? Was this... Joe Abercrombie, The Blade Itself? That was excellent. Even though it's normally not my genre, fantasy or whatever it's called. I enjoyed that one. So if you have any tips, I'd be happy to hear them. Well, I'll happily lose on time in this game. It is time to speed up a little bit, is it not? This guy is strong, by the way. Don't be fooled by Le 1500 rating. He just has not played on Chess 24. Give me that. Who said one needs to activate kings in the endgame? Probably someone who knew a thing or two about endgames. Wasn't me. Alright. This might be a draw by now. I mean, I will win on time, obviously. But objectively, at this point in time, I'm no longer sure my position is winning. Close. Winning chances and all that, but yeah, I guess now it's sort of back to winning. Now Mr. Ippon will win the race. Run! Eddie. Eddie the Eagle. Good game by El Grincho. Fuxia is telling me, start with Platon's Politeia, Jan, the greatest book ever written. Do I have to read it in Greek? Believe it or not, I might have read some Platon at some point. But I think it's probably too smart stuff for during my captaining. I don't need to focus too hard. Or I don't want to, because I could have tough situations like Van Veli has a draw offer. Nah, decline. Stuff like that. Shall we play another game? What about chess no bingo? That sounds... For some reason that sounds dirty. I don't know why. Chess no bingo? Are you saying chess is the new bingo because of the luck factor? What are you saying? And Big Boy RG 2015 says start with Animal Farm, easier. I did read that. Come on, don't suggest all the books that I read in school. Diary of a Madman says, why don't you play in the Olympiad, Jan? I wasn't asked, but frankly, I'm very happy to be at the Olympiad. It's a great event, but I think it's an even better gig at this advanced stage in my career. To coach the Dutch, I think we'll have a great time. And it will be a lot of fun. And I'm very happy to go. What is this line? Queen f3 is the cool stuff here, no? We had this opening clinic question about some long line in Queen f3. I forgot how it went, of course. But that seemed very relevant to me. The problem is I can't remember the first move of it. b5 to take here. I have a feeling I don't have a clue. I guess I should take. No, it looks logical. e5? How to convert an exciting Sicilian position into a boring endgame by GM Jan Gustafsson. e5 looks a little stupid though. What else? Bishop? Then bishop b7. I have zero attacking instincts in me. It's a problem. Jan606 is asking, who are the favorite teams for the Olympiad apart from the USA? That would be China, Russia, and the Netherlands. The Netherlands. Somewhat under the radar. No, but seriously, I think USA, Russia, and China are the three strongest teams. After that, we can have a discussion. Azerbaijan certainly in the conversation. India in the conversation. Ukraine is always strong at Olympiads. So there's many very capable teams. But yeah, my top three favorites. Big surprise. The top three on the rating list. USA, Russia, and China. All small countries, surprisingly. Log11 says, thanks for an enjoyable lunch. Have to get back to work. Bye. Bye, Log11. Does Chess24 now provide lunches for viewers? That'd be a great feature. I think what he means is his lunch break is over. But maybe he did get the Chess24 lunch. Beant and Arf is saying Solomon Islands must be in with a shot. Does Solomon Islands have a team at the Olympiad? Is it does Solomon Islands or do Solomon Islands? Grammar is very, very tough. Chess New Bingo is saying, alright, I was just kidding around with this bishop b4. I'll go back home. Can I go here? At some point I want to show my great attacking flavor by going knight d5, but I can't really make it work yet. I'll go here and let's see what happens. How are we doing on the book fronts? Books front? I still want to go knight d5. Still can't do it. Takes. Queen d6, huh? Should be 5. YOLO. Doesn't really look like it works, but You can't always get what it works. Now, my pun game is really not on top today. I had some thought here which has left me, but now I guess queen d5, rook e7 I wanted. And then queen d4, bishop h7 looked good. So my main line was queen d6, because knight d5, queen g7 is checkmate. And after queen d6, I thought maybe I have some options. Maybe rook e7, queen e7, then something. That doesn't really look like it works. d6, queen e6. Therefore, most likely bishop e5. And then, we will stare at the position and hope for something good to happen. It's also queen h3. End of statement. I don't know. I've seen some. I guess it was a Tal game. They had some similar stuff. He always made it look easy. What was my plan? Was it to go here? Chess no bingo. I didn't really do the body count after queen d5. Knight h5 is sort of bad. That gives me many options. The easiest is bishop d6, knight g3, bishop e7, and I'm winning. Which is a bit sad to do, but I guess. Yeah, that's best. Some say it lent. But I have more pieces than you. You don't respect wood, chess no bingo? And chess no bingo does resign after doing a thorough body count himself. Thanks for the game. I don't know if this stuff worked, but looked funny. Let us play more of these chess games. What about Luchle? What's Luchle? I'll Google that as well. I think I'm overdoing like the looking up names portion of the show. But I'm curious. Ein Kleinod im Luchle. It's a town. Where's Luchle at? 79875 Luchle. Horsey. Maps. Huh? Doesn't exist? Did you lie to me? Luchle. Now it tells me 79875 Duxberg. Luchle maybe? What's going on here? Is Luchle a neighborhood in Duxberg? Duxberg, Baden-Württemberg. Okay. Let me see how long it would take me from my current location to Duxberg. Duxberg. What? That can't be right. 59 minutes? That must be a different Duxberg. Ah, there's a Duxberg in Hamburg. No, we're not looking for that. Duxberg. Sorry, I shouldn't lose on time over this. 79875 was it? Südschwarzwald. Would take a while. 9 hours by car. 1 day by train. Hard to get there. How did you ever get to Duxback? So knight db5, I think I'm supposed to go here, no? Bishop f4, e5, is that the line? Is that the line? How did this go? cd... I'm supposed to go knight d5? ed bishop f4, what's happening? I'm confused. Maybe d5 was wrong. Maybe it's supposed to go bishop f4? No. Je ne sais pas. I did spot that knight d5, ed, queen d5 wins a pawn, but then bishop b4 checks. Something good should happen to me. At least, so I would hope. But I'm confused. I must have looked at this position. 1 day or another. And... I have a feeling I'm supposed to go ed, but I can't see what to do after bishop f4. Very confused. WDBEW says, I do not think Jan can read Afrikaans. You'd be surprised. There's more smart stuff being recommended in the chat. Kurt Vonnegut Jr. Patricia Highsmith. She is the talented Mr. Ripley? Fuchsia saying, has anyone here read Ellman's Oscar Wilde biography? Probably the best biography I've ever read. I actually want to read the Agassi biography. Everyone's been telling me that's amazing. I still haven't read it. I do have it, so I'll bring that. Long castles. I should have compensation here, no? Put the pieces somewhere. Knight c3. Rook here. I'm hoping for cheapos like a3, knight d4 and checkmate, but it might not happen. e4, I can win my pawn back, I guess, with bishop c3, but do I really want to / have to? Bishop e4, knight e4 doesn't work, huh? It's a bit sad having to do this. It's just barely equal. Barely equal too. Nah, I don't want to do that. Even though this is, sort of irresponsible gambling. Bishop e6, bishop c3 was sort of an equalizer. But, strange position. I had some thought. Disappeared by now. King b1, I guess I should go bishop c3. And then after bc do something, knight e5 or whatnot. But if he just develops bishop e2, maybe knight d4. Now maybe it's not that easy. So what was my thought? My thought was take. And this or something. Not sure those were great thoughts. Probably enough to equalize, but it might be tough to win after some bishop e2 move. Might not be enough to equalize, who knows. f4, that strikes me as optimistic. Horsey. Horsing around. f4 was a bit much. Bishop e2. Speaking of Horsey, there's new seasons of a lot of good stuff. I haven't had time to catch up yet. there's a new Bojack Horseman season, and there is a new American Vandal season. Which I was a big fan of the first season. And I believe in the second season, we are looking for, what was it, the poop burglar? Am I allowed to say poop on the show? Guess so. I think it's the poop burglar that we're after. So that sounded very promising. Sorry, Foxy, I'm just trying to dumb it down with all the smart book recommendations. But I am very much looking forward to Bojack, which is a very smart show. And American Vandal, which is also a very smart show. They do what I do. They find the dumbest possible thing and then take it as seriously as possible, which I think is a great approach. Dr. Sausage is saying, you always say poop on this show. Okay, just making sure I'm allowed to say it. I'm allowed to take this bishop. This escalated quickly. Big boy RG is backing me up finally. He's saying American Vandal very funny. Have you seen the second season? The first season is hilarious. Let's play Adi Ready Taron. Are you ready, Taron? Ready or not. Here I come. Big boy RJ is saying, yup, he has watched season 2 as well. Don't spoil it. I don't want to know who the poop burglar is. E4, E5. That's a good opening. Horsey, and then bishop. Here we go. The Ruilopeth. A6. I like bishops too much to play bishop c6, even though with black I've always had a healthy amount of respect for bishop takes c6 lines. This d4 is sort of the lazy man's approach to g6 systems, I would guess. Or is it? Maybe I'm mixing up stuff. It's very possible. Not much of an e4 guy. I want ed4, bishop g5, but I'm not sure if that still works as well with a6, bishop a4 included or not. We'll find out, I guess. There was some line, but I think once again it's with the pawn on a7, bishop e7, bishop e7, queen e7, bishop c6, dc, queen d4, knight f6. Black is supposed to be alright, but it's not great fun. But once again, not sure how this changes things. I guess I should just take. Maybe castles was a little careless. Maybe knight c3 first was the way to go. Krunks is asking, who does command the World Championship for C24? Nothing is set yet, but there is a very good chance that a guy that many people learned about on Agat Matos' channel will be involved. Doesn't look like that much. I guess I should get some pieces out. G6 is of course an ugly move for black in the structure with the bishop on G7 missing, but still the other pieces are okay, so I'm not sure how big a deal it is. Can I go queen d5, queen e7? I guess it's not leading too much either. a4, b4, knight d5, rook e4, something there, queen f3. Rook e6, don't really see anything great even there. Queen f3, knight e5. Ugh, I can't think. Chess is so hard. Bad Beat is asking, who's commenting the Olympiad? Once again, not 100% sure. I believe the official commentary is Sopiko and Ivan Sokolov. And my best guess, don't quote me on this because I'm really not sure, is my best guess is we will embed the English official commentary. And I think our Spanish guys, maybe Pepe Cuenca is going to be there. They'll do their own show. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the extent of my knowledge. What are we talking about? When castles, it highlights the rook square? I guess, or I do know they were working on castling rules because of the chess 960 thing. It could be, this is just me thinking once again, I don't know, that in chess 960 it makes sense that if you want a castle, you should highlight the rook with your king to differentiate it from it just being a king move, right? I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but there are some positions where, whatever. You have your king on e1 your king on f1 and your rook on h1. And you could either play king g1 or castle, so you need to enter it differently. Hope I'm making sense, I'm not sure. In general, I don't know stuff. That's a problem I have. What's this position? He should probably go knight d7, intending knight c5. And I might think about some aggressive moves, like knight d7, f5. Okay, thought about it. It looks pretty good, actually. Because knight e5 would be the most natural move to cover f7, but then after fg, hg, bishop f7 still wins. So not obvious how black can defend against my onslaught, actually. Maybe he had to go knight c4, not knight d7. Sorry. Yeah, Adi is in trouble as far as I can tell. Rook e7, fg, hg, rook f7 also looks pretty good. So yeah, I can't see a way out. Go to f-pawn. g5 is a move, but then f6 also looks terrible. King g7, that might be the most resilient actually. And I maybe could have thought about it. So bishop f7 looks good and fg also looks good. Well, what's it gonna be? fg, hg, rook f7, king h8, queen h3, knight f6, rook f1, or knight f8. No direct win yet, is there? Bishop f7, king f7, fg, king g8, gh, king h8. Ugh, I can't see a win. I'll do the lazy one. Well defended by Adi. This king g7 I thought was already over. Probably after king g7 there is some win, but it does seem like the best way to at least ask some questions. Everybody go crazy. This, however, I can parry. Checkmate. Thanks for the game, Adi Ready Tarun. Time to play our boy, WDBEW, to distract him from the cloudy weather in, where was it, Cape Town? He wishes South Africa had more feeder tournaments. Then you would have more chances to practice your Trompovsky. Let's see what WDBEW has in store. I normally endorse d5. e6 is fine too, but e6 gives white too many options. Like, you can play this e4 nonsense, or you can play it, whatever it's called, the turret with knight f3 or knight d2 or e3, which is a reasonably playable opening. So yeah, normally I'm not team e6. Knight e4 I think is fine as well, especially if you're a King's Indian or Benoni player. Then d5 might not be to your liking, but when it comes to equalizing, I believe 2d5 is the way to go. So what does WDBEW stand for? Worst defeat by elephant wit? That's unlikely. It means that wisdom does become exhausting. There's no W there, so that can't be it. What does Brian... Nah, I'm not making sense or being funny. Which could be the new tagline for the show. Diary of a Madman says, I guess it's just his name's initials. That could be true. William, Debbie, Balzac, Etienne, Whitehead. I think that's the most likely name. Schutterbecker says, what does Bruno eat willingly? That makes some sense. Big Boy Archie says, white draws, black easily wins. It does look like this in this game, but I'm not sure that is a common thing. How would he know that? Tempted to do some nonsense again, but it doesn't really work. Like bishop h7, knight e4, knight g5. Nothing ever works. So I wonder why. I wonder. Knight c4 is so sad. Nah, I'll go this way. Out of coffee, out of d-pawns. It's a hard knock life for us. Do you really want to take b2? Knock yourself out. Of course, no idea what I'm going to do if he does, but it does look slow. Like queen b2, queen d2, he has to go back to b6, and then something good should somehow happen on the king side. But how? How exactly? Maybe just put the queen there and hope for the best. Be more constructive with your feedback. Yeah, it's not exactly checkmate. Just h6. And attacking attempts like g4 look less great after knight to f4. I'm hoping for knight f4, knight f6, but that's not too unpredictable. So yeah, h6 is a bit of a spanner in the works. No, that's disappointing. How can I trick W boy? Knight f4 was too annoying, so I had to get out the way. That's still annoying. Queen g4, e5. f5. So aggressive. Oh, maybe I could have played knight g5. Maybe not. Still does not look very convincing. No tricks? No. Trying to calculate g5. Knight takes g5, but I'm failing. Hg, queen g5. Let's see what happens. Queen d6, that's a more sane choice. Still has everything under control. How can I win? Like, of course on time, but ugh. Now we're talking. I wish I could count. I wish I could count like the dolphins. Like dolphins can count. I'm not making any sense, am I? Unfortunately, no. I'm a bitter disappointment. Just for laughs and giggles. Boom! Look at the body count now. And W, D, B, E, W lost on time. We still don't know what W, D, B, E, W stands for. Maybe he's a programmer. Worst database ever written? Could be. Fuxia is saying, LaFerry has hit the max rating on Chess24, 5,000 in bullet. Yeah, he's a huge sicko. What time is it? Oh, we still have time for like 2 games. Let's play the G-pawn era funked up with the gangster twist. I'll pre-move G6 because we are playing against the G-pawn. Störtebeker is asking why Laferi not titled. He is titled as far as I know. He doesn't want his title in the profile. What do you do here? D6, bishop E3. I don't know. A6? Is that what people do? H4. Everyone's so aggressive. Can't we just be friends? Why can't we be friends? I have no idea if I'm supposed to go H6. I might be giving it away, but I'm not a big student of the modern. I'll go B5, bishop B7, knight D7, C5, and hope. Hope is a big part of my game. And WDBEW says, Jan, it stands for Werner de Beer, and the EW is just spam. Wow. Why not just make it WDB? That's very confusing. Anyway, thanks for clarifying that, WDBEW. Is it just spam? There must be some deeper meaning. Is that a female's initials? You know we are a detective show, Werner. Now that you've given us that information, we want to know more. C5 DC is a problem? Could be. Should I get the horsey out? Nah, let's go C5. Come on. I want to go DC bishop C3 and then have a look around. BC queen A5, something like that. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Maybe it does look too bad. Not sure. WDBEW says WDB was taken. Wish I could do name change. What do you want to be called, WDBEW? I have tremendous powers on this side. Just let me know. I'll make it happen. If it's appropriate, of course. Can I do that? Yeah, I think I can do that. I should just start changing people's names randomly. King B2, what do I do? Knight C5? Fuchsia is saying, Jan can change your name immediately. That's what I'm saying. But always remember, with great power, Knight C5 was a ridiculous move, by the way. With great power comes great irritability. Knight C5 was very silly. I should have played Rook C8 like a normal person. Because now after E5, my pieces are sort of stuck. Ugh. Normally, I would say, je ne regrette rien, but I do regret playing knight takes C5. WDBEW says, Jan, you are a good detective. Okay, I'm not gonna dig any deeper. But I think we all get the story now. Maybe the EW used to be a thing, now no longer a thing, so we need to change the name. Tell me what you want, WDB. I'll make it happen. And yes, comes great irritability is a quote from Deadpool. Give me that pawn. I should be a little careful not to get checkmated, but I don't think I am. Yeah, we'll think about it. Should we get there? Thought about stuff like queen d2, queen h2, bishop b5, ab, queen d7, but king f8 looks pretty good then. Missing something? Ish, don't think so. Queen e5 was tempting as well, just to threaten a little checkmate. Bishop f5. What is the threat now? No real threat, is there? No real threat. Griseshu96 is asking, are you excited before Olympiad? I'm very excited. I love being at Olympiads. It is the one chess event that feels really special because there's, so many teams, so many different people, and still everyone you know is normally there. So I'm very excited about it. He's asking, will you prepare all of guys or just captain? It's a gray area. In general, I'm there to help, so if I can help with preparation, I certainly will. But it's also unrealistic to prepare 4 players for every round because you get the pairings, the individual pairings normally around like 10 or 11 in the morning. Then you play at around, I should know such things, 2 or 3. So there's not that much time. But I'll certainly help when I can. And then, I'll do the captaining, sitting there, reading a book, looking passive-aggressive, that kind of stuff. Very much looking forward to it. Last game. Let us play Diary of a Madman. The Tau Avatar. Here goes e4. What haven't I done today yet? Sicilian? Sorry, WD. I missed some chat. What name do you want? I'm mentally preparing for Luke van Wely. I haven't seen this Scheveningen since like 1991. How do people play such things? This looks logical, no? To go here. Or is bishop e6 a problem? Maybe it's a bit of a problem. Not anymore. Big boy RG saying Gustafsson student, but I don't think you can have 2 words in your username, no? I am not easily intimidated by e4 pawn sacrifices. Or I'm intimidated, but I'll take them. I think there was a bit optimistic Diary of a Madman. He says, Gustafsson, student just for you. Don't choose it for me, choose it for you, WD. Anyway, I guess I can do that. Should be taken, no? Aren't we all Gustafsson students? The great author, Lars Gustafsson. Is he Lars Gustafsson? I think so. The great MMA fighter, Alex Gustafsson. Give me that bishop. Well, I'm... editing things here. Would it be funny if I misspelled my own name? Not really. I always get so upset when people do that. So I shouldn't do it. There you go, Gustafsson student. I hope you're feeling happy now. Big Boy RG 2015 says, careful flattery will get you everywhere. I guess so. Yeah, flattery normally works. Even though, frankly, I'm not that flattered by the username Gustafsson student. Because, as I've stated many times, I don't really... I should choose my words carefully. And I guess I haven't stated it many times. But when we're talking about edutainment, my heart's in the tainment, not in the edu. Why does it still say WDBEW? Didn't I just change it? Does it need a second? Very confusing. And give me that. And Hagar saying it is changed, no worries. Alright, that's a big relief. I thought my admin powers had been taken from me. Someone was using their Chess24 kryptonite. I should go somewhere. Give me that. You would not try to checkmate me, Diary of a Madman, would you? Because that's not very polite. Seems like he does have such thoughts. Cruel Intentions. Overrated movie, if you ask me. I should speed up a little, right? All of these name changes have taken a heavy toll on my time bank. Is it toll or toll? Who knows? Gotta play even more passively. Alright, maybe I should make my token one active move du jour. 2 active moves. This might be a new personal best. The end is near. The end of the show is near too. So we'll just sit here in silence. Nah, no slow roll. Would be extremely rude to just keep talking when I know that Queen G2 is checkmate. And I've made this very same joke many a time in the past, so I should just get it over with instead of narcissistically staring at my flowery t-shirt while having the queen linger over the G2 square. That's not how chess is supposed to be played. It's a gentleman's sport, and slow rolls are greatly disrespected. Therefore, I would never dream of doing it. And instead, I would like to thank Diary of a Madman for a very interesting chess game that has felt like a dialogue between Plato and Socrates to me, and has given me great creative satisfaction. I would also like to thank all of you for watching this program, and I very much hope to see you again soon. I guess there's an opening clinic article up, so if you hurry up, you can probably still get your opening question in. I'll do one iteration, one episode, and before the Olympiad coming out on Thursday. Then we'll go on Olympic hiatus, but then I'll be back from after that, and we shall continue. So, I think that's it for today. If you haven't seen it yet, check out my video series with my star player, my third star player, Luke van Vele, about Luke's endgame secrets. I believe it's a good series, so yeah, you can check that out. Thank you guys for watching the show. See you soon.